If you want to know exactly how much I earn on Teachers Pay Teachers every single month, plus how much I earned back in the very beginning when I first started, I'm going to be going over all of that in this episode. And make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to show you the updates I made to my store that I think are leading to a huge increase in revenue. If you don't know me, my name is Lindsay Bowden and I help teachers and homeschool moms sell teacher resources and other digital products. So let's take a look inside my TPT dashboard. As I am recording this, I wanted to go ahead and show you how much money I have earned so far this month. So today is Wednesday, April 16th, and so far this month, we're about halfway through the month, obviously, I've earned $2,862.78. And I wanted to show you this graph because it's really funny to me how there are slow Saturdays in pretty much every single month. So anytime you see these dips, that's almost always a Saturday because that is when teachers are busy not thinking about the classroom, which rightfully so. And also just wanted to touch on, I think this is really funny, but when I started sharing about my TPT income earlier this year, I talked about it a little bit, but I really started sharing more because I wanted to show people what's possible. People got angry with me, and there's this like unspoken rule among certain TPT sellers, especially those that have been around for a while, which I've been around for a while. I started selling back in 2017, that you don't share your income. And I really don't know why. Maybe I do know why. Maybe it's because they don't want people promising a certain amount of income. And so I just want to be really clear. I am not promising that you can make any sort of income. I don't know how much you're going to work. I don't know how many resources you're going to upload. I don't know if you're going to get the proper training to upload them the right way so that they can be found in search. I am not promising anything. What I am showing you is that this is what I have been able to accomplish. I know what I'm talking about and I can help you. So that is why I share my income, because it really annoys me when people gatekeep. They're like, I made this many sales, or, I am doing really well in TPT, and then they want to train others. And it's like, well, are you really doing well? Like, let's see the proof. So I just like to show you the proof, and I like to be very transparent. So I actually made this little Google Doc just to kind of show you where I was when I started. So this is back in 2018. In 2017 and 2018. Let me see if I can type here. So I went back to the very start of my store. The very first month I opened my store, I made $6.75. And then I made $41 the next month, then $80, then $130, then $232, then $429, then $759. So that was the first 7 months that I was on TPT. Now I will say, back in 2017, I do think that there was less competition. But I also think that people are still joining our programs and earning back the investment in my program, plus a lot more, just as quickly. So I know that this is a long time ago when I started, but I am still seeing that people can earn 3 to 4 figures a month as long as they take it seriously and they treat it like an actual business and they are focused on uploading quality products the right way. Then I just kind of went through year by year to show you what I have done as far as total yearly earnings. So in 2017, I only had 3 months because I started at the end of the year. So I made $129 in 2017. Then in 2018, I made close to $5K. In 2019, $17K, then $41K, close to $57K, $57K, $54K, and $42K. So you notice it's kind of like a trend like this, right? If I had a graph, it goes up, 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 and then it starts going back down. And I believe that it started going back down because the funny thing is I knew how to upload resources the right way because I started teaching people how to do that, but I never went back and updated my store. So I started back in 2017 and I was just throwing a lot of stuff up there. And because I had really quality products, I got a lot of repeat buyers. But I didn't have like my keywords set up correctly. I didn't have really eye-catching covers and previews like I teach my students to do. So I actually, in 2024, my team and I went through my whole store and updated it, and I'll show you that at the end of the video, show you some of the updates we made. And so now in 2025, I'm already up 8% from last year, and it's just continuing to grow. I can see that my views are up, my sales are up, and I know my revenue will continue to go up now that I have actually put my products in the right way like I teach my students to do. I feel like teachers are always the worst students. I was too busy helping other teachers that I wasn't implementing the strategies that I was teaching for my own store. There you go. So let me just go into my dashboard here, and I just want to show you what I have earned this year, month by month. So let's see, let's start with January. And I love TPT because they give you really good data. So this is January of this year. I earned $4,457.96. And again, you see those dips. Those are almost always Saturdays. And then Sundays and Mondays are typically my highest earning days. All right, let's look at February. So in February, $4,883.04. And then let's look at March. Let's see here. $5,311.79. And then of course, April's not over, but I showed you I'm on track to make over 5K in April. So I am really pleased with the results that I am getting from my TPT store, especially after these updates. And I just wanted to show you a few other things in my dashboard because a lot of people were like, okay, well, how many sales are you actually making? So let's look at sales. So units sold. So in March, I sold 1,487 units. Now think about TPT. A lot of the products are lower ticket, right? $1, $3, $5. I do have bundles as well, and those can really boost my income, but I'm selling bulk. I'm selling a lot of products. Now, how do I do that? Well, I have a lot of products in my store, first of all. So if you are just getting started and you're like, okay, how did she make this amount of income? Again, not promising that you're going to make anything, but I'm just telling you what I do. I would focus on uploading quality products. I wouldn't get too much in the weeds of like data yet. I would upload probably like 25 to 30 products. Just focus on that. Because in the beginning, you don't want to wear too many hats because you're going to get distracted. I wouldn't be trying to start an Instagram. I wouldn't do an Instagram at all for TPT, to be honest. I wouldn't be trying to start an email list yet. Definitely start an email list eventually, but not yet. I would focus on quality products. Then it takes a little bit, even for the algorithm to start picking up, okay, this is a new seller, she has new products, or for the algorithm to start noticing these new things. So give it a little bit, 30 days, 60 days, continue to upload products, by the way. Then you can use that data to see, okay, what products are selling well, then make more of those. That's when you start really getting into product lines and bundles. So a product line, let's say that I have, I'll just speak from my own experience. I started uploading a lot of different geometry resources in the beginning. And I'll just show you my store now that we're talking about it. And I was uploading all kinds of geometry things. I was even uploading like random stuff like classroom decor, like banners, things that weren't high school math related. Those did not sell well at all, by the way. So I stopped making those. But I noticed that my geometry notes and worksheets were by far my best sellers. So because of that, because I saw I was selling those over and over, I made a product line of geometry notes and worksheets. Let me find them here. So I'm just going to go to notes and worksheets. Now I have algebra 1 here too, because then after I made geometry, a lot of people were asking me for algebra 1. So listen to your customers. So I made algebra 1 as well. And you can see I have lots of reviews, 83 reviews, 100 reviews, 54, 50 on all my notes and worksheets. So like these are a product line. So every one of these, then you can bundle those product lines for a bigger ticket item. So all of my notes and worksheets for geometry, I bundled, and TPT makes it really easy to bundle. Let me find my bundle. So geometry, notes and worksheets, mega bundle. So it's a full year of geometry notes and practice. And then it also has answer keys and video lessons. So I basically bundled all of those together. And look, it's $157. And I have 27 ratings. I will just give you a little hint. About only 10% of people leave ratings. So that kind of gives you an indication of how many I've sold, which I'm fine with showing you how many I've sold. You can also look at your product statistics. So if you're thinking, okay, well, maybe you've already started a store and you don't know where to find how many have sold, look at your product statistics. So I went to here, product statistics, and then you can look at how many are sold and you can like filter it. So like this 2-way frequency table, notes and worksheets, that's an algebra 1 notes and worksheet set. I've sold 2,000 of those. And then notes and worksheets, notes and worksheets, notes and worksheets. So you see, those are my best sellers by far. Now, they're not necessarily always my best earners. I'll just show you my top earnings. So my top earning is actually my full curriculum, both of my curriculums, because they're more money. So that makes sense. So let me just go back to my page here. So here's my Algebra 1 curriculum. It's $325. And then my geometry curriculum is $300. So obviously those are going to make me more money, even if I don't sell as many. But that's why it's good to start uploading quality products the right way. Get some training. I have lots of episodes on that. I also have a free training, lindsaybowden.com/training, so that you can actually be found in Excels and know how to follow the data. Okay. So that's just a little bit about my income report. I can just show you one more so you can see like how many sales I've gotten. Now this is down 14% from last year because we haven't finished the month yet. Okay, so let's look at March. Oh, we already looked at March. Let's look at February. See, February was up 36% from last year because of the updates that I made, which I'm about to get to. Okay, so let me look at units sold here. So I sold 1,200 units in February versus about 1,000 in last February. And then just so you can see like views, like how many people are looking at my store. So 9,000 views total. Now my views actually look like they're going down. But when I looked at March, they had gone up. So I'll tell you what determines views in a second, but it takes a while for the algorithm to notice changes. And when I tell you the changes I made in my store, I'll tell you about the views. And then my conversions are up 33%, and that's because of a change I made too. So let's get into the changes, okay? So views, you're going to get views based on your keywords that you use in your titles and descriptions. So I have an episode all about TPT SEO, so make sure to check that out. But the keywords are going to help you be found in search so you get those views, okay? So because the algorithm takes a little bit to change like titles and keywords and things, it tracks that they're changed, but the order of the search is going to take a little bit to update, okay? So my views haven't gone up yet, but I can see a trend. They are going up. In March, they went up, and then in April, they're continuing to go up. So that's why you want keywords in your titles and descriptions. And then your cover photo also stops the scroll, which allows people to click and view. And then your conversions come from your thumbnails, your preview file, which you want to make sure that you have. TPT actually updated all of this, so this all looks new and it's loading here. But a preview, so thumbnails are these three little guys right here, these three pictures. And then your preview is actually a PDF that's a little bit bigger. So you can just show like, this is what my product offers. This is why you're going to love it. This is what it includes. Testimonials if you have them. And then your description as well helps you with conversions. So title and description helps you with views, your cover helps you with views, and then your conversions, when you actually make the sale, that comes from your thumbnails, your preview, and your description. And then also just having quality products so that when someone buys your product, they realize, man, this is really good. I need more of her thing or his thing. They'll come back and buy more. So that also helps with conversions. So I hope that was super helpful. I hope that gives you a bird's eye view into my TPT income and shows you what's possible. Remember, it's up to you. Get the proper training, put in the work, and you are in control of how much money you can earn. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.